What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the Majin Buu Saga stage of the the Vegeta's Edition Red Zone. Excuse me. So we don't have any special missions or anything to complete, so we're free to build whatever team we'd like. The final phase is going to be against an STR Kid Buu, so I prioritized having some really strong AGL units around here. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in and see how we do. I'm excited to use this team. Obviously, we've been using the new Vegito and Gogeta like crazy. They work so well together. It's so fun running them on the same team. Getting the double active skill turns where they both fuse and stuff is very, very nice. Oh, their enemy has a territory skill. Interesting. But yeah, so this is actually going to be my very, very first time using the new Goku Frieza card. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be capable of in this fight. Okay, so we have a territory skill to look out for. It's just going to give us minus ki, that's it. Okay, well that's really not too much to worry about. Okay, so I wonder here if it's going to be smarter. Oh wait, we have a Gogeta in slot 7 that's going to be showing up. So I think I probably will actually rotate this Gogeta off. I think this is probably the smartest way to do it. Yeah, this should be fine. We'll run the rotation like this. This first phase probably is not going to be too hard for us to get through here. We've only got a 70 million HP pool to deal with. The next phase, however, is going to lock character switching. Oh, wow, and it's a 100% chance. So I wonder if it's a, if it locks one character. It probably just does lock one character, right? So yeah, we'll have to see how that looks on the next turn there. But that could be a little bit scary. Just depending, right? If we manage to finish this phase in one turn here, then we're not going to have the ability to set up at all first. We're basically just going to be forced to use whatever rotation we have, which essentially could lock the Goku Frieza in slot 1, which I do not think would be good, especially because the next phase is going to be against a physical enemy. So that could be quite dangerous. So yeah, we'll see. I'm honestly hoping that we don't finish off that phase here, and that we wait until the next following turn, to see that phase begin. We'll see though. It depends how much this Vegeta shows out right here. Starting out with a 20 million attack stat though doesn't give me a lot of confidence. We'll see how many additionals we end up getting here. We didn't crit on that first attack, which is good for our cause, but I still think it's likely that we finish him off. Yeah, if this is a crit right here, then he'll be done. If not, then we should be okay. Let's see. Oh, he gets a fourth one. Okay. Yeah, so we're moving on. All right, let's see what that character locking looks like. See if we're going to be in trouble or not. Okay, who is getting locked? Okay, that actually worked out perfectly. Vegito got locked in slot 2, which is exactly what we wanted to do, right? Because we can't get access to the Goku Frieza reversible exchange until turn 4, so it makes sense to just kind of flip them off right now anyway. Or let me see if it's turn 4 or if it's their... Yeah, 4th turn from start of battle, not from their start. Okay, so yeah, technically we would be able to get it anyway, even if we kept Goku Frieza on rotation. Then we could get it on actual turn 4, but now we're just going to get it on turn 5, which is perfectly fine. No big deal there. Alright, so let's grab all of these orbs for Goku. And then I actually do need to take a peek at the Goku Frieza kit. Before I select these orbs, let me just make sure that Frieza doesn't really need rainbow orbs or something like that. Let's see here. So, super attack effects, just getting some raises. Can we stun this phase? No. Okay. And then... Okay, we get a guaranteed additional here, some extra ki with rainbow ki spheres. Okay, for 2 turns from their entry, we get a big buff for these guys. Okay, cool. And then when attacking, we get a big buff. Okay, and then if our HP is low, we get even more of a buff there. When receiving an attack, we get a lot of damage reduction, but that's, again, if our HP is low. Okay, when allies are super class, we get a crit and a guaranteed additional. And then we're not extreme class, and then on turn 4. Okay, so he really doesn't do much. It's just kind of some stats and additionals. That's basically all we got going for us here. Okay. Not too bad. Shoot. How do I want to set this up orb selection-wise? It's going to be bad for Frieza, basically, any way we do this. That'll work. We'll at least get the 18 key super off with that. Okay, so this phase actually gets a 50% attack and defense buff if there's a Vegeta present. So we did get lucky that this is probably the one rotation for the entire fight for the rest of the game where we're not going to have a Vegeta here. Because we have 3 Vegetas on the team, right? Both of the Gogetas start as Vegeta, and then we have the Int Evolution Blue Vegeta as well. So we got lucky that none of them are on this rotation, so we don't have to deal with that attack buff here. But then starting from every subsequent turn on, we are probably going to have to deal with that. So we'll see how that looks starting on the next turn. But again, we're not dealing with a huge HP pool. The first phase was 70 million. This one's up to 105 million. So probably we'll be able to take this down in like 2-3 turns maybe. 2 turns if we're very lucky, 3 turns if we're not. Okay, so Frieza dishing out like an 11 million attack stat, not terrible. I missed the 18 key super. I keep looking over at the wiki. Oof. Wow. Okay, wait. So the first couple of hits that we took hit really, really hard, and then all of a sudden they didn't. I need to understand why that happened. Let's go ahead and take a look at his kit again, so I can see. Oh, it's this. Okay, so when receiving an attack, because after that first or second hit, our HP was below 77% HP, then we got the 50% damage reduction to proc, and we stopped taking damage. So it's good to know that that does proc mid-turn. That's very good. And the other thing that helps us with, actually, that I just realized is a really good pairing, is the AGL UI active skill. Because now we're below 77% HP, so we start massively tanking with Goku Frieza, and now we have the revive available for Goku, right? So that is kind of huge, honestly. Okay, so at this point, we're going to split up the... Oh. Shoot. He got locked in slot 1. I was going to say, we'll go ahead and split up the Goku and Vegeta so we could get Goku in slot 1 there and keep the Gogeta on rotation. But it looks like we don't even have that luxury because we got locked here. So now we just have to hope for the best with this Gogeta. He still has a lot of defense available because it's his 3rd turn. So he gets that 300% defense buff or whatever it is. Okay, and then how do we want to run this? We've got a lot of AGL units coming up next. So I kind of want to make sure that the AGL orbs are available. I guess I'm just going to select the 2 green orbs here. We'll do that one, and then this one. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine for next turn. Okay, hopefully no super. All right, cool. At least we're going to live. That is the good news, right? Alright, I don't think that this is going to be a heavily damaging enough turn for us to finish everything off. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing that Gogeta just kind of stopped attacking there. The reason being, I would like for Evolution Blue Vegeta to take some hits here. Obviously, famous last words. But if he doesn't get supered... I mean, the thing is, post-super attack, he's got a lot of defense anyway. He's definitely going to be a better tank than the Goku Frieza was, right? Like, he'll tank the normals for double digits, and then the super attack, that's a whole other beast, right? Not 100% sure about that. But mainly, you know, he does have to take 5 hits before his revive will be available to us. And if we can get that revive up, that would be really clutch for us, right? Just one extra, you know, piece of defense to rely on. That might end up coming in clutch later in the fight. But obviously, if this super attack kills right here, then it doesn't matter about proccing his revive because we're going to use the one revive we have available. Okay. Alright, and we see Super Saiyan 3 Goku get locked in the first slot there. Okay. So, or in the second slot, which does actually pose a bit of an issue for us, right? The first thing that sucks about that is that means we have to either rotate off Vegeta or Gogeta. And obviously, because we have a Gogeta on each rotation, we don't want to rotate off Gogeta. We would rather keep him on and rotate Vegeta off. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a choice there. Okay, how many turns has he been in battle? 4. So he lost all of his... he lost that, like, 300% defense, because he only keeps that for 3 turns from his entry turn. Okay, so that means that we definitely cannot just keep him in slot 1 here, like this, right? So we're gonna have to activate the tag switch here. That way he's got 80% chance to dodge in the first slot. Obviously, we want to hang on to active skills. I don't think it's a good idea to use those yet. We still have 2 much more difficult phases to come after this, so we gotta save all of the juice for later in the fight. But I think for now, it'll be smart to just give ourselves some defensive build-up for the time being, and go from there. Okay, so we'll grab all of these AGL orbs. I do want to get a bit of healing in there if we can. Man. Okay, and with this, we're able to at least get the 18 key super. That's good. And then here we can get the full 24 key. I don't even think he's probably not even going to be able to attack in that third slot. We're probably just going to... Oh, that was really scary. That was really scary. If it was later in the fight, that probably would have been a problem, right? But obviously the second phase doesn't hit that hard aside from the super attacks, so we were still safe. But wow, that was I was holding my breath there for a second when that attack connected. We did have an 80% chance to dodge there, by the way, so... but it's lucky that we also do get a pretty massive defensive buff when we get hit, just in case anything sneaks through the dodges that we're getting, so... Yeah, something to note for sure. Alright, well, that character lock messed us up a little bit. Our rotations aren't quite perfect at this point. That is alright, though, as we were going to wait to do our transformations and stuff anyway, so it didn't end up... Alright, cool. So now we have all of our tag switches available to us at this point. So I think it's probably going to be smart for us to switch into Goku here from the Frieza, right? We almost definitely want to be in the Goku phase here. Let me double check his passive and see what's going on. Okay, so we have Permanent Guard, 200% stats, get some extra key for Rainbow Key Spheres. When HP is above 77%, we get an additional super. When receiving an attack, we get more attack power and more defense power when HP is 77% or more. And then 17% per Key Sphere. And then if we get a singular Rainbow Key Sphere, then we get attacks effective against all types plus damage reduction. Okay. I see what they've done here. I understand the gimmick now with Goku Frieza. The whole idea is if your HP is 77% or more, you want to be in Goku. If it's 77% or less, you want to be in Frieza. It's pretty much that simple, right? Because then you have their full kits active either way. But even if you're less than 77%, like right now, we still can technically stay in Goku because he has the ability to give himself 59% damage reduction, right? So what would his full kit be looking like? First of all, his defense, yeah, it's pretty low. Only 200k there. He does get a raise on super here. So I guess that's nice. Can we stun this phase? I don't think so. No, we can't. Okay. But yeah, does he have... Like, okay, what's he going to be looking at total? So he doesn't get the additional super in there. Yeah, he just gets the 100% when receiving an attack plus the 59%. I don't know if that's going to be enough for him. Maybe we should stay in Frieza. Let's see. He's not getting any... all of his raises are like one-turn raises. And oh, greatly raises attack. There's a comma. So that is a permanent raise. What does he get in Frieza for the super attack effect? Here's something that actually matters. Okay, greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Yeah, and lowers enemy's attack. Okay. So he's going to be building up his attack power if we have him in the reversible exchange. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're going to keep... or that didn't actually change him. Yeah, so he's in Goku. Yeah, we will do that so that he can get the raises on attack. Let's make sure that he's getting that on the 18-key super as well. Okay, so he's only getting the permanent attack raises on the 12-key, which means you need an additional in order to proc that. And you're only getting the additionals if you're above that HP threshold. Ah, okay. I see what they're doing to us here. I see how it's going. Okay, then yeah, in that case, we do want to be in Frieza. We do want to be in Frieza. That is the final answer there, right? Okay. What's gonna be the way? What's gonna be the way? Let's do this 1 orb for Goku. Okay. Oh, maybe I should... No. We don't want to transform with this one. We have to wait 1 more turn to do our transformations, just because of when Vegeto's gonna come back, to make everything, like, work out well. We gotta wait 1 more turn here. Okay, so we'll do that. Oh, wait. That was a misplay. I gotta reset the app, because we need to reverse exchange him. He also... Wait, let me check... Oh, no. This is only his 3rd turn in battle because of when he spawned. So we're fine for now. He does have 1 more turn of, like, really good defense before we have to, you know, either tag switch or transform him, right? Okay, so we'll grab all of these. Oh, we do have access to the active skill as well. I don't think we're going to use it yet. I think, yeah, we'll definitely wait on that. Okay. All right, I think we're looking okay here. Let's see. Nice, the super attack comes out at the beginning. Yeah, this guy can only super once per turn, so we are chilling. We should definitely live this turn then. Yeah, I'm actually really, I'm really kind of stoked about that 77% HP, like, threshold there. It just pairs so well with the AGLUI active. I kind of love that. That is a unit that you can throw in the way of a couple of attacks, and then, you know, once you get below that threshold that you need to be below, then you're good to go, right? Because then they'll get that massive damage reduction on there, and you should be chilling. Alright, this BUU does get an HP recovery skill. He's going to be able to proc that every turn. He's also gaining 20% defense for each unarmed super attack he receives. We do have some of those on this team, so I'm pretty sure AGLUI has one even that he would have already launched against this BUU, so yeah, he is going to be getting quite a bit of defense buildup, so hopefully we can avoid that, but I'm not sure exactly how many of our super attacks are unarmed supers, and honestly, I can't be bothered to go and check every single unit on the team, because they're all LRs, so they all have 2 super attacks, right? And then you have the tag switch characters, which also have the fusions, so there's just so many different super attacks on these cards. I'm not interested in going and checking which ones, because the bottom line is we're not going to, like, not do the super attacks just because they're unarmed supers, right? It's probably just going to be what it is, right? Okay, we will save the Int Evolution Blue active for the final phase. I think we're probably going to save the Super Saiyan 3 transformation as well. But what we will go ahead and proc here is the first Gogeta transformation. Yeah, I think this is going to be a smart idea. And then obviously we can do the Vegeto and Gogeta transformation on the next turn. But in order for that to be the case, we would have... maybe we should launch the AGL UI active here too. Or not the UI, the Great Ape. The Super Saiyan 3 Great Ape transformation. I think we'll do that too. Ideally, we would finish this enemy on this turn, right? So I think if it's looking like we can do it with the active skills, then I think we will. So first things first, we got to transform Gogeta, get his support active up, and then we will go from there depending on how much HP the enemy has left. Okay, I think this was probably the right idea here. This is gonna accomplish a couple things, right? He'll waste his super attack for us here, so we don't have to worry about taking any damage once we go into Super Saiyan 4 here. And then also, we're gonna get a lot more damage dealt out this turn, because we do have all of the damage that we're gonna do right here with the Giant Ape. But then we also have all of the damage that we're going to continue to do with our 3 units once we go into Super Saiyan 4, right? So hopefully between all of this, we can completely KO this phase. If we end up not being able to KO the phase, but he's got like a little bit of HP left that we have to go into the next turn with, then we'll probably just adjust the plan a little bit and maybe not transform yet, or we can at least transform into Gogeta and Vegito, but not use their active skills until the final phase, right? Okay. So, yeah, just in the interest of, like, I really, really want to make sure that this phase finishes here, let's go ahead and use the Int Evolution Blue active as well. I think that's probably going to be smart. Just got to maximize the damage here. It might not be necessary, but if the thing is, I would rather do it and be safe than sorry. Okay, that probably wasn't super necessary for us, but that is perfectly fine. Okay, so we know all of these are normal attacks coming in, so I'm not really worried about who we're putting in what slots. So let's just go ahead and put Gogeta up front and get this phase finished off, and then we should be fine. We should be moving into that final phase. Hopefully, we finish off these last 4 bars of HP here, and then move into the final phase. We do also have all this support up for Gogeta right now, so like from his active skill supporting the entire rotation, right? So these attacks are going to hit quite hard. Okay, yeah, a full bar of HP per attack. Sounds about right. That's definitely what we want to see. Okay, I think at this point, this BUU is mathematically eliminated. There's pretty much no way that we don't kill here, right? Because we know that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is about to launch like a 40+ million attack stat, if he even gets to attack, my goodness. And then beyond that, we would still have the Evolution Blue Vegeta with a turn of guaranteed crits, right? Okay, yeah, 30+ million, so not quite where I thought it was going to be, but that's fine, that's fine. Okay, there we go, so now we're going into the final phase. Oh, buddy. All right, we've got a bunch more actives to launch, so we're going to do the thing. We're going to get the Gogeta active up, and then once the Gogeta active is up, we are going to get the Vegito transformation out, and we'll also launch that UI Goku active skill. Why not? So let's make sure we're on the proper characters for everybody. Yeah, we are on Vegeta, and we are on Goku. Okay, don't want to accidentally use the wrong active skills. Okay, so this is where it is going to stop for the turn. We are not actually going to use the Vegito active. So, it is a bit unfortunate. Obviously, the most ideal situation would be if we could just launch the active target skill here. And then, you know, deal a shit ton of damage, make sure everybody's safe for the turn, and probably KO here, right? The reason that that's not going to happen is because we can see here with that, Scouter up that he is going to super attack us in the first slot. Now this BUU has a 70% chance to stun you. If we do the target skill mechanic and he stuns Vegito right at the start of the turn, then Vegito doesn't get to do any damage at all this turn, right? For his target skill turn. I would hate that. So this is what we're going to do instead. We'll just put AGL UI up front. He'll dodge the attacks as he does, and then that means we're also going to evade being stunned, right? And then both the Gogeta and Vegito will still get some massive attacks in here. Just because we do have the AGL Gogeta active skill up that's giving us that huge buff to our damage, I need to make sure that Vegito is able to super attack. I don't want to, you know, risk the... you know, him taking the stun and then losing all the possible damage that he could get this turn. I think that could definitely hurt us, right? So yeah, we're going to opt not to use the target skill mechanic for this turn. I think that is probably the better way to go. Alright, so yeah, let's try this out. Let's see how we do. How many rainbow orbs can we possibly obtain? I think just 3, yeah. Yeah, just 3, it's looking like. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're still going to get a massive attack boost on Gogeta. And then also, if you're curious, the reason why I'm putting Vegito in the final slot here instead of in the middle slot is just so that he can counter those 3 attacks that are there at the end. It is unfortunate that if we did have another rotation to deal with, you know, after, like on turn 9, that we won't have the Vegito there again. So again, we wouldn't be able to use like the target skill. Oh, I got scared for a second that he didn't dodge it. Oh my goodness, that was really frightening. Okay, we're chilling. Now he's at 100% dodge, so we are definitely going to live the turn. Now we just got to see if Kid Buu is going to live the turn, right? So yeah, technically I did have the option to put Vegito in the middle slot. It's just he wouldn't have gotten any counterattack damage at all, you know, on the most damaging turn in the fight that he's going to get. So I didn't really want that to be the case. So I think this is probably fine. I think we've done the right thing here. We'll see, though. We'll see. Only time will tell if this was a mistake. But I believe in the amount of damage that we can do here. Being good for us. Okay, yeah. This is quite good. We get one more super attack in here. Okay, he's only going to have like 4 bars of HP left after Gogeta's done attacking. Vegito's not going to be super attacking quite as gnarly as Gogeta would. Yeah, only down to like 17 million. Okay. So about half of the attack stat, and he doesn't have type advantage against him, right? He also hasn't built up the crit chance. Yeah, because he didn't take a bunch of counters before attacking. So that does hurt his damage a lot. But these counters should do quite a bit for us. So hopefully just between the counters alone would be enough for us to finish off the phase. But actually, probably not. Just with the way he's been nerfed for the turn, yeah, it's probably not going to be quite enough. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, we just didn't get enough crits in or anything like that for it to be enough to actually finish the fight. So we still got 1 bar of HP left to deal with here. Okay, so we do have the Goku Frieza active skill. Let me remind myself, because I believe they do have 2 active skills, right? One on the Goku side, one on the Frieza side. Let's see. So the Frieza one is just going to do greatly raising attack temporarily, ultimate damage, and then crits for the turn. Okay, and then for Goku's active skill, he is going to get recovering HP, attack 59%, and changes Fizz Key Spheres into Rainbow. And Goku was the one that has all of the buffs above 70%, 77%, right? Yeah, he does, okay. Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead and use what are the physical orbs looking like? Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of orbs right there. Maybe, okay, so let's tag switch into Goku, and then we will go ahead and launch the active skill. After launching the active skill, we will ponder whether we want to put him in slot 1 or not. We'll see about that. Okay, let's see what this guy's defense stats looking like. Pretty low. Pretty low. But then obviously, man, we're still only able to get 6 orbs in there. That really doesn't feel like enough. But he will have all of that damage reduction as well. Let me take a glance at the other kits here really quick. Still kind of learning these characters, right? I guess I would assume Gogeta should be safe in slot 1 here. Let me glance at his details real quick. So for every Rainbow Key Sphere, he's getting a bit of damage reduction on top of the 60% here, on top of all of that defense that he has, right? And he does get more defense when receiving an attack. So yeah, he'll be safe. He'll be safe in slot 1 because he also has type advantage on top of all of that, right? So yeah, we'll give him these 2 Rainbow Orbs here. And then, just in case he gets super attacked and stunned, we can show out with Goku right here. Okay, so we are getting the Rainbow Orb to activate his damage reduction, and then 7 orbs. Let's see what his defense looks like. Pathetic. Okay, yeah, as I would have assumed. Yikes. Very much yikes. What does this guy have? What is he supposed to even do? I mean, I guess he's guarding as well, so that's not terrible. Okay. That unit just seems kind of incredibly meh, if I'm honest. Okay, so... yeah, I don't know. I guess ideally I would like to see Gogeta get stunned. No? Not gonna happen? Okay. Well then, it looks like it's gonna be GG here. I was gonna say, I kind of did want to see what Goku's attack stat would have been on this turn. But, yeah, is what it is. Looks like Gogeta's gonna finish it off here for us. No big deal. Alright, well that definitely wasn't too hard of a fight. We did use some big brain strats with not activating the target skill mechanic last turn, right? Because obviously BUU would have had a bit more HP left if, you know, if we had ended up taking that super attack and getting stunned with Vegeta, so. Because I would assume that if you're stunned, you don't do any counterattacks as well, right? If you do still do counterattacks when you're stunned, and someone happens to know that and you want to let me know that I am a big goof for that one, then please, by all means. But I'm pretty sure I assumed that correctly, that you wouldn't counterattack anymore if you were stunned, right? Okay, well there we go. Stage 4 is complete. Got our stones, got our tickets. Gonna go ahead and finish up here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. That's gonna do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.